This is a tips of the claw for rigged machines that do things like this. Okay, the first tip is, if the prizes are piled high like this, go for one near the chute. Now what you want to do, because of course it will drop it at the top, is to try and get at least one of these arms actually in the chute here. Because what that will do is, you'll kind of hit this centre in line with the chute, and what will happen is, when it comes back up, it will kind of swing and go up, and you'll already be halfway over the chute. So I'll show an example now, and hopefully it will work. It's gone right round, and as you can see, when it dropped it, I was already in a perfect position, so I actually won it. Okay, something else you want to look out for is when people have left a prize like this. So usually if people have had loads of goes and it keeps dropping it, sometimes you'll be lucky enough to find a prize in a position like this. Now a common mistake really, I guess, is people kind of go for the centre of the prize and it will just drop it back in the same position. Now the best thing to do in this position would be to go right for the back of it, and then as you can see that's tipped it in, and you could shake the machine to get it, or within another credit it will just be as simple as tipping it completely in like that. Okay, so that is another tip. Now another tip is to look out for things where their legs are kind of, it's hard, I don't know how to explain this, but there's quite a small gap here. If you get the arms of the claw behind, it usually won't drop it because it gets a good grip, let's say. Also, another thing is, if there's a thing that's got like holding a heart, like this example, if you manage to drop the claw like that, when it closes it will be like that, and it'll get there without dropping it even when it's rigged. So what we're going to try is the example of the thing about grabbing things like this by the leg. So as an example, hopefully we can get just like that, and then you see, didn't drop it because it got right tucked in the arms of the claw. Now another thing to look out for is whether the machine has things in that are slightly too big for the claw. So for example the claw cannot get around the prize totally, which means it will never really pick it up because it will never get enough grip. It will just kind of do this. As an example, it will just obviously do that, just slide off. So, here's what I mean. You're never going to get a prize like that. So, I've got 3 goes on the machine. Now I'm going to try using 3 goes to see if I can win 3 times using the tips I showed you. So firstly we're trying to scrape this in. So that worked because it was already over the chute. Now, can we get 2 out of 2? Secondly, we're going to try and use the leg trick. Can that get round? As you can see, we managed to get that. Now, the third trick I will set up now, which was, of course, looking to see if people had left a prize in a position kind of like that. So what you should do is go towards the back of the prize like that and hope it tips it in like that. But in this case, it of course dropped it because it was already over the chute.